Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, what I tell you about France, what I tell you about the European Union, the wheels are coming off. It is fractured. It is absolutely fractured. Well, despite President Emmanuel Macron saying that he's cracking down on these yellow vest protests and that they're going to be illegal and they can't go out there no more. I told you the people would come out in massive numbers, and they did. And it got ugly. It got violent. And even that explosion in Paris, a lot of people are questioning, was that really an accident or was there something more sinister there? We don't know. But one thing's for sure, the people are not backing down on Macron. Matter of fact, the Yellow Vest protest movement is taken to the streets again for the 9th straight Saturday of anti-government protest. As literally, folks, the numbers appeared to surge in numbers and intensity because he said he was going to stop them. What do you think was going to happen? He doesn't understand. He's on the verge of a coup here. They're on the verge of a coup there. While the demonstrations were largely peaceful, for most involved, there was several violent skirmishes with police. I've watched some of the videotape over at Twitter, and it was incredible. Some of the stuff I saw, just ugly. 80,000 officers were deployed across France, deploying tear gas, major urban centers, such as over by the monuments and what have you in Paris. You know, they really beefed up police presence, but there was overwhelming amounts of yellow vest protesters in the streets, clashing with police, tear gas, pepper spray, billy clubs, cars set on fire, glass broken, windows, violence, chaos, carnage. All of it was going on. There's a very, very ugly time in Paris, France again, as the people obviously are not backing down and are definitely demanding that Macron be removed. It all started because of that fuel tax. And he finally, they forced him off that, but he won't cut taxes. He hasn't cut one dime off of the taxes they got to pay. And they can't afford it. They're already the most taxed nation in the world. And the taxation, the migration has created a national frustration. And this thing the wheels are coming off, guys. The wheels are coming off in France. But while that's going on, there is turmoil in a lot of places in Europe. And the Yellow Vest movement is spreading throughout Europe. And the European Union, is really going to struggle to survive, I'll be quite honest with you. And if Theresa May, if she doesn't Brexit, they're about ready to remove her, and she could be gone from office by this coming Wednesday because, again, she keeps throwing up her hands saying, I can't do this. So the people are angry everywhere. It's an ugly time, and they're taken to the streets, and they're demanding changes, and if they can't get it, they'll do it. They're going to do it themselves, okay? Another revolution on the rise in France. Let's keep a close eye on what's going on. The Bible told us in the last days there will be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and distress of nations with perplexity or confusion. And the sea and the waves would be roaring, and men's hearts would fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth. For the power of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your heads. Your redemption is drawing nigh. Folks, Jesus Christ is coming. His return is imminent. And we don't know the day. Jesus said it himself. In Matthew 24, verse 36, he says, no man knows the day nor the hour. No, not the angels in heaven, not the Son of God, but the Father only. But he also said to watch and pray, for in an hour you think not the Son of Man cometh. But and then he tells us, he says, but you can see the day approaching. You can look on the fig tree, look at its leaves when they're tender. You know summer is nigh. Can you not see the signs of the times, guys? Can you not see the signs of the times? Don't miss tonight's powerful Sunday Night Live broadcast. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. At 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. I'll also be live on New Live Stream, Roku satellite television, Periscope, our direct radio line, and also right here on this YouTube channel. God bless.